All right, then. This is Rock and Snap Live, and I'm Rock.
I'm your boy. What up? What? Snap in the building.
And thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Here we have a hip hop music advocate, entrepreneur, artist,
CEO.
and more of the Final Score Entertainment, and that is Tito Montana.
718-845. Stand the hell up. What up? What up? What up?
Welcome.
I like that. Good intro.
Thank
Nah,
you.
you know what I mean? You deserve that, B. You know, and well, my eyes, you know, you're a legend. You feel what I'm saying? But that was what's been going on,
Thank you
T.
so much for joining us today.
Yes.
Really.
Nah, pleasure
Yeah, I
to
know
be
you
here.
gotta get back on the road right after this. You was telling us.
Yeah. No, definitely. You know, my boy. You know, he always create opportunities. So this was something that I seen him doing, and I love the aesthetic. I see what y'all got going on.
Thank you.
I'm happy to be a part of this show today as well.
Well, thank you.
No
Thank
doubt, champ. No doubt, champ. So tell the for my new viewers who is Tito Montana?
Damn, that's a big question. I'm a father.
Mhm.
Say that. I think that's my favorite job. That's what I rather be remembered as that when I'm gone than anything. I'm also a person I'm driven. I'm very ambitious. Like I dream and I believe in the pursuit of the dream. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal to the people I'm loyal to. I know everybody pumped the loyalty, but when I'm loyal to people, they know. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Facts.
case in point. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I guess that's it. I don't want to go into the superficial things, but I think like that's it. I'm a father. I'm ambitious. I have some things that I'm striving for, and I like the person that I am today. No, I love the person. I
There
am.
The
you
fact is that you had brought up father first. I mean, and the rest, everything else, tells me about your humbleness. So,
Yeah.
well, pat on the back for you.
Thank you.
Clap my hands for you, raise your hands
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
all
yeah.
that stuff for you.
Especially the business you're in.
Yeah.
Exactly, to be in
Yeah.
this business is superficial, like you said.
Yeah.
And then, so what is it that you do once you are done? I'm not done, excuse me. Well, after being your daddy duties, what is it that you're doing for you to be that father, taking care of your family?
Well, I have a couple of businesses right now I got going on.
Mhm.
You know, my main business is Final Score Entertainment, where I manage and produce music with multiple artists out of my region, in Poughkeepsie, upstate New York. I'm into like the Toro business.
Taro.
Toro.
Toro, you know, the rental car thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I know people saying,
You heard it.
anyway.
Yeah.
You used to Ubers and stuff.
Tarot. I'm thinking you saying.
Oh, no.
That's the country talk of New York.
Yeah.
No.
And I do Airbnb as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at, I got other investments like stocks and things like that I'm, really trying to diversify in the near future to really make that also a stronger stream of income, I should say. Right now I'm just learning it, so
You are just learning it.
Yeah.
So who you who's your brokerage firm? Because a lot of people that want to do stocks, they think it's doing stash or something like that, when that's not what that is.
well, I don't have those things happening yet. I'm doing it myself, but the thing with me is I'm a numbers person. Numbers make sense, and I also know human behavior.
Okay, so
To
what
go
you
with those
mean? You said
numbers.
you going into stocks. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm a numbers person, and I know human behavior.
Okay.
So I can kind of project the reaction, like the psychology of
I get it.
what's gonna happen based off of how people behave.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Like
So
that.
I kind of bet on those things. That's my concept of being my own broker. Like I'm not gonna bet on nothing where I don't fully understand it, but I do know. Like I use the pandemic, for example. Instantly, I know everybody's gonna be home watching Netflix. Invest in Netflix, no brainer. Right? Invest in Walmart. Invest in Dunkin' Donuts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I see Kanye West just brokered a deal with Gap. Put some money over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
yeah.
I understand that. I don't need to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a bunch of
People in your ear.
concepts and studies to figure that out, because once again, human behavior is what you're gonna get when things like that happen. You know what I'm saying? So invest in Apple. You know what I mean? Like just small things like that. But I gotta figure out a way to expand that, so now I could start seeing, big dollars from those investments.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just learning it, but
You just learned.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
So you,
people that are I'm sorry.
no, you go ahead.
People are listening. When I'm asking that question, people start thinking that okay, you going to do you buy some stocks and stash, or you go into whatever the other ones are.
Robinhood and all that.
You have to go into use a brokerage firm to do that, to actually go into those real stocks,
Yeah.
see those dividends, those returns.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So
Okay.
people that are listening, people don't really know that, and they're like, okay, where you go, how do you invest
that,
now?
yeah.
Like in REITs and so on and so on.
Mm.
That's that kind of thing. I'm
Oh,
talking about.
okay. I don't have that answer.
Okay.
I didn't use those ways of doing it.
Okay, well, okay.
No. I'm just saying.
That's good.
And honestly, the way I did it was kind of like a self-taught way. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have, because sometimes it'll cost you more to go through people to get that same information. Whereas
for free,
if you just take the risk yourself
and mess up,
yeah,
you can go back and do it again.
And you won't mess up much, because what happens with you when you deal with somebody who quote unquote specialize in something, you kind of put your guard down. You stop thinking because you feel like they can think for you.
Yeah.
And then you start making decisions that you normally wouldn't make based off of promises that they make. But when you rely on your own understanding, you could play a little safer and you could actually learn.
Well, how you playing? No, see, we're going to much deeper into it. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm into stuff like that. So I just know that you have to go into a brokerage firm. Now, I'm not saying I'm paying anybody. I'm actually going into, and I have to get my own stock.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
But they have ways
you
could. I mean, that's probably the way that the correct way of doing it. But there's also a lot of ways to do.
Well, then
things.
you need to show me how.
No, you get your information.
Yeah.
You need to show me how.
Well, definitely, being the CEO. That's great that you have a CEO and have artists. What has been the most challenging? Did you like being the CEO, or did you like actually being an artist?
No, I like being the CEO. I don't care for being an artist because I love my privacy. You see what I'm saying? And once again, I love being a father, so I like the downtime of not having to run all the time as an artist. It's the bigger demand. So I don't really care for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a father who actually enjoys spending time with my kids. Like that's not a punishment to me. I don't look at it like no.
For some people are.
I'm congratulating you on that.
Some people
Some people are thinking like that.
Yeah.
Like they're your kids.
It's like somebody like, oh, she want me to watch the kids. Like, you don't babysit your own kids.
Right,
But those people may view spending a lot of time with their kid as a punishment, though.
Yeah.
If because your mind is already telling you it's babysitting your own child. You can't babysit.
You think you're just dropping off some bread or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm being a father. That's not.
No. So like you said, I don't really have the same drive when it comes to being an artist as I am being a CEO of my company. And the reason for that is I think I get more pleasure out of helping artists,
seeing them grow,
materialize their idea, because I know what it's like to not have that. You see what I'm saying? I haven't had that. That's where we from. So it's like to help somebody start from zero to reach them to a point where people starting to notice them is more of what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And not just in my own region, but just in the music business as a whole. You know what I'm saying? That's my stance.
Speaking of artists, how was it working with Tommy?
Tommy was cool. Tommy is a dope person.
Yeah.
And I say that because when I picked up for the video, we was going through, me and the director was looking for like a bunch of girls. So naturally you could find an attractive girl, but I'm like, I needed somebody who could deliver from a personality aspect. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right. She got a lot of it.
Yeah. So it was like, and she can go, like you see in the video.
Yes.
Make it look like it's real.
Yeah.
And she made it that.
And that was the goal. So even when we was, trying to put it together, at first it was like being a little resistant, but I'm like, I know why it's that, because she's going to be the perfect person to get it done. So it's not going to be easy as let's lock in a date and move forward, but work with her, cool, and end up being a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like after the fact.
But did you know her before that?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Cause when you watch the video, it makes you seem like, damn, my nigga, I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Now we met right there on set that day. But we had a conversation.
Yeah.
And one of the scenes when we driving in a Jeep and we were just driving up the road. So I'm explaining to her, like, I admire what she's doing. I think she's dope. And, she just appreciated that, somebody was able to see the greater good in her opposed to
Seeing her.
the industry pump out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing that, in my opinion, like getting to know her, I'm like, oh shit, she's really not that. That's just the part that they amplify.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I think she's cool, but she's a good person overall.
Yeah, but now just time, you know, hip hop, you know, this anniversary of 50. You know, me, the brother coming from where we come from. How was it like? You know, you worked with like major stars. You know, we say Mano, the Great Lake, Fred. Oh man, it goes up. Dipset, you know what I'm saying, and Dave East, working with them, getting in the studio.
And Jim Jones,
even was it more once you got in the studio? Oh my God, you know, I know you're not starstruck, but I got to step when y'all got in the booth and rap. Did they make you stick your game up, or did you just be you?
Nah, it's funny because I don't work that way with artists. I create the song, and then I see like, okay, who can enhance this? So when I create, I don't like go back. The irony of the record with Jim Jones was my verse was shorter, but because he rapped so long, I went back and added more to my verse. I didn't change my verse. I just added some more bars to kind of even it out. So it wasn't like he was on my record. I rhymed for 16 bars. He rhymed for 24. That's going to look crazy on my record. So I'm like, I got to match the bars. But other than that, I usually send the record with the confidence that you're going to, like, some people, the thing with hip hop is like who body who on the record. Nobody really listened to the record to say this sounds like a good song. You know
Who did better?
Yeah, they always we just don't believe in two people being good at the same time, and nothing we do as black people. So I don't
competing with one another.
I don't have that genetic thing. Like
that's why I asked it that way.
So when I make music with these guys, I'm actually hoping that they deliver something better than what I did, because I don't feel that what I'm gonna do is gonna be viewed as lesser because they did, you know, good. You see what I'm saying? And I never got on a record and I felt that somebody did more than me, because I'm making my statement on that record regardless of, you know what I'm saying? Who
you have some people, because all we listen to, like when everybody, you know, talk about the late Biggie, when he used to get in the verse and see him as like, I know I got to step my game up because he's gonna come up. So that's more of competitive to make me better. Yeah. You feel me? Not think I'm better than you. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that's what changed in hip hop.
Yeah.
It was more like we're more competing by what we got or what we have instead of making each other better.
But the better should always be the goal for your individual self. It shouldn't take another man's greatness to make you want to do better for you. So it means like you're just going to be better in this moment and then you're going to go back to being mediocre. Like, no, you want to continue to be great no matter who you work with. They shouldn't have to, you know.
It's inspiration. Yeah. I mean, that's one thing.
Yeah. I mean, the inspiration should bring you to the point already. Right. You shouldn't have to be inspired once you get in that room. It's like you should already be at that point. You see what I'm saying? Right. So that's why I'm like, I haven't never experienced or heard a rapper rap something that made me like, oh, I need to do better than what I did. Like, I'm confident. And like I said, I send all my records with my verse done. So I give them the privilege to do better than me because they don't know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I don't know what they're gonna deliver on the record.
Gotcha.
I just give you what I'm gonna deliver, and then you take that. But I feel like that chemistry works for me because I never get well, actually I did. I ain't gonna name the artist, but I did do a record with an artist. He heard my verse and I had to take him off the record. I actually gave the verse to one of my other artists because it just didn't match up to what I did. And I did it how I normally do. Like, I rap the verse and I send it to you to actually do better if that's what your goal is. But I'm not afraid of what you're gonna do because you're just gonna make my record better.
Gotcha.
So if I do a fire verse and then you come do a fire verse, my song is better.
So for you young artists listening, take a tip.
Nah, that's how I look at it. I don't never look at it like, hold on, I'm gonna see what he's saying, and then I'm gonna go try to top him. Like, why work with him? I don't want to do that. You know,
we've been following, especially where we come from. You know, the 845, and we've seen the struggles. You know, I appreciate the love and support and give you your flowers because we both are from the same city. We wasn't born in that same city, but we pushed that city. Yeah. And do you feel a lot of hatred there, or don't feel a lot of love and support that you should be getting?
I don't even think
that's not even. I'm gonna say hate.
But
it's like.
Now, what I would say to what you getting at, because I get that question a lot to some degree or another. I feel that they just don't know how to support and get behind people because they're not taught that. And then there's nobody that went before me to say, okay, this is how we take an artist from 0 to 100. Atlanta understands that.
Yes.
They understand that formula. They know, like, okay, like
no matter what you do.
Yeah, right now there's somebody I probably don't know who they is, but there's an artist somewhere in Atlanta that Atlanta is about to get behind and root for, so he could be the next Baby, the next Jeezy, the next. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that.
Correct.
We look at that artist that's in that position as a problem to what we trying to do. So it's like, no, I would never support that.
Yeah.
I won't go to his shows. I won't bump his music. I won't share it because you reached that plateau. And what happened with us was we skipped the line so much despite the adversities that, you know, we kind of like the people that won't go away. I'm talking about myself and the artists on my label. It's like, you know, time and time has passed. Like I got a song called The Truth. And I discussed that. I'm like, you know, we've been here the whole time just enjoying the show. Like we watching artists come and go, but we ain't go nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's like you would think it's an easy decision to make to say, okay, let's support these guys because they showing the most staying power. But they'd rather support the next person that come up next that's gonna last for 90 days and you're never gonna hear from again. Like they like that process better than saying, matter of fact, these dudes been doing it over 10 years. Let's get behind one of their artists. And that should just be a conversation that's being had behind the scenes, not something that I gotta go out and say, hey, this is what y'all need to do. So what I encourage the people to do in my region, support the artists you like.
Right.
You don't like us? Cool. Get behind your artists, because what I understand about hip hop is that if one person from your region go, then it's gonna basically trickle down to us anyway. So I want anybody to win from where I'm from. Like I don't even have a friend or foe. Like you can go, please.
Yeah.
Now I understand. You are definitely sounding like a CEO versus an artist.
Oh.
You know, you definitely are.
Because everybody's a GOAT. Ain't nobody did none. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, looking to change the game, if anything. You know, still trying, not trying to, but you know, you still
Working
doing your
towards that.
part.
Yeah.
And I understand that you're on a mission to create a Motown in Hudson Valley. So what exactly does that look like?
It looks like me doing what we talking about right here.
Right.
Like basically creating opportunities for artists that's I don't even know yet.
You got two major artists, right? Two artists that you're working on right now. I understand.
I have
Just a couple.
it's like 6 artists in total.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
But two main
Yeah. But right now, like my main artist is D Weathers, right?
Right.
D Weathers is kind of, he's a kid that I groomed from the beginning of what I've been doing, and he's been able to take that information and inspiration and kind of help me build Final Score as far as being a poster child of what it is to be an artist that's under this brand.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
like the face of the
Yes.
Love him. What up, D Weathers?
Gotcha. Yeah. D Weathers. I was just talking to him this morning actually, and he's, you know, with him, he got a lot of flack from the region. I was just telling him this too, because he started out when I started out, and a lot of the rewards, a lot of the moves that I made, I brought him on board for, but he didn't necessarily get the credit for them. So his credit starts a little later in the game, even though he got the time, and I be having to explain to him like, it don't really work that way. It's kind of like I liken it to like say like a Jay-Z and Memphis Bleak. Memphis Bleak done been in front of 1 million people at Madison Square Garden, but Madison Square Garden won't book him.
And why?
No, because he didn't. No, because I'm saying just because he didn't put that work in himself.
Right.
But he got the accolades. Like he probably traveled the world, toured the world, and did all that. But it don't count towards his credentials.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of things that I did as far as opening up for like 2 Chainz at the Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, where we had like 4,000 people there. These are big events that he was a part of, but they don't go underneath his resume.
Yeah.
So to him, it's like, yo, I done did all these things. What's the hold up? And it's like, until you do them under your name itself, not affiliating them to me, then it don't count for you yet.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's on now. But back to your question with the Motown thing.
Yes.
What I want to do with that is, like, I want to create opportunity for just kind of like anybody in the entertainment business, because there's a lot of roles that go into each successful artist, and you could structure people around them based on their strengths and weaknesses to build opportunity for not just the artist, but create a management for them, create a stylist for them, somebody that run around with a camera. These are things that I want to do over and over and over, repeat this process with each successful artist we got. So when I say Motown, I feel like if I can keep that type of infrastructure in our region, then I'm creating multiple opportunities for multiple people. So yeah, that's it.
So definitely tell us about your new project EP, I Rap My Age. I mean, I love the title. Yeah. Definitely, if you listen, what made you rap my age?
Well, I was thinking about I Act My Age, and then I thought, I'm like, oh shoot, like, you know, because a lot of times, the thing is, like, when I was 18, 19 years old, hip hop was about that age, right? Yeah. So it was like a little older. So there was no room for, when I was 18, 19, there wasn't a room for a 30-year-old rapper at all. Yeah. Right? When I'm 18, 19, you couldn't be 30 and rap. It just seemed like it wasn't for you. So what happens is, as, like you said early on, as we reach the 50th year, to be 40, you're still young in hip hop. Yeah. But we didn't catch up mentally for that yet. We don't understand like why that makes sense. Right. We still call it a young man's game, but it's like, what about somebody that's 35, 40 years old, that's mature, that's into, you know, developing their family, like having that conversation. Because how we grew up on hip hop, a lot of things rather be fashion, rather be, you know, hustling. Yeah, like anything. Like when Biggie said T-bone, steak, cheese, eggs, and roasted grape. You know how many times people probably ordered that just at a diner because of that. You see what I'm trying to say? Like that's just the power, the influence that hip hop had on us growing up. So what happens is, as we grow with it, we don't lose that. Like we still hip. You know what I'm saying? We still in here. We still dress similar to, you know, to what we did when we was younger. We didn't lose that, but somehow, just as in Black people culture in general, we kind of write people off after a certain age. Like,
and I don't think that's not fair. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
Not
because
fair.
See, I mean, we talked about when
it's not fair that they do that, or it's not fair what I'm saying.
It's not fair that they do that.
Oh yeah,
and this is why we do what we do at it. Like,
right, exactly. I mean, I think it never goes away, regardless. If you still got the talent,
you got it. Yeah,
look at that light.
How dare you say when you got Rakim come up there and he's still doing his thing, and you're gonna say, oh, he need to sit down? Come on now.
That's like when I see Big Daddy Kane.
That's ridiculous.
Exactly. When I see Kane doing his dance routines and still all that, and I'm like, how you not admire that? But this comes from this, right? What? In our culture, like I tell people, once you get 25, people push the, oh, you're old. You're starting to get old.
Yeah. Now that's coming from those.
No. It's listen. Okay. No matter who you are, rather they tell you to your face or behind your back, that's what they say. Like, you getting old. So I tell people this all the time. If you died at 60, what's the first thing people are gonna say?
They going, he was a legend.
No. Not even that. The first thing they're gonna say is you died young.
That's 60, yeah.
If you die at 60 years old, the first thing people are gonna say, like, damn, how old was she? Yeah. 60. Oh, she died young.
It's like my brother, you know, he was going to 50, and they was like, well, he died young. Yeah. But you know, a 50 person in rap is old.
Yeah, no, in life.
In life, it's
if
old.
You told the same person earlier that day that you was 50, they be like, damn, you old. If you died that night, they're gonna say you died young.
Yeah. Right. You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So it's the way we think. So we think that way. So anything that's supposed to be young and hip, you know what I'm saying, that they feel like you're not supposed to do it after a certain age. Now, the level of success that may come, because it's clearly more young people that gravitate towards the culture than older people, based off of a lot of us get a distaste for it based on the majority of the music that come out. But if you can find music that you can relate to, then now you gravitate towards that. It may not be 2 million, 3 million people to support that, but even if you could get 100,000 people to support that level of hip hop, that's a good space for that artist, because you're not looking to tour the world and have this big 10 million diamond set. You're not looking for those results. You shouldn't be anyway, because that's not how the culture is ran. So when I created a project that I Rap My Age, it's really age appropriate for somebody who understand the mentality of this is a grown man rapping. I'm not gonna make music to entertain kids. I'm a father. My kids may hear this music. Right. So even when I make it, I gotta be mindful that, okay, how can I explain this if the question comes? I can't just put ignorance out there and feel like, oh, it's entertaining. No, it's me. To me, to some people, it's entertainment. To me, my music is a reflection.
Yeah, because some of them,
who
as I
I
heard,
am.
like 2 Chainz, he don't allow his kids to listen to his stuff, even though I know they do. But
Yeah.
how you got more access? Back in the days was the tape.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
buy
yeah,
that
yeah.
tape. You don't rip it up. Or
You heard it
burn
on the
it.
radio.
Yeah, now
You
you
made
can
it
stream
on
it.
the
But
radio. Yeah.
and I appreciate, but I would love to see my kids see me do what I do.
Yeah.
To give them power. I can't keep it. Well, I'm gonna do this, but not have my children. I never really understood
Now,
that.
I've incorporated my kids in my whole career.
Yes, you have.
Rather
Videos.
album covers, music videos, anything I could do to make them a part of it, because this is who I am. It's an extension of who I am. You know what I'm saying? And my kids are too.
Where do you find the disconnect at the 50 years of rap, the music, you got the Rakims, you got the Tupacs, let's not forget that. I know he
Yeah.
was out there. Everybody that we know of, going back to Big Daddy Kane and so on. And then you have the music or the rap today.
Yeah.
There's a disconnect.
I think
Believe there is?
I think the disconnect is just the lack of originality. Like, I think hip hop early on,
You
even
think
though
it's a difference between hip hop and rap? Because I think today is rap. I think back then it was more like you're speaking as hip hop.
You know what that
You
makes
feel what I'm saying? I
sense.
think you're hip hop.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And to me now it's just rap.
But it's
No, you're
easy.
right.
It's a thin line because
Yeah, it makes
it
sense.
falls under the culture, and it's kind of like anything you do. You know, it's like living in a neighborhood. If gangs frequent that area, then that's what people consider that just a gang area. Not knowing that there's successful people that live there, there's
Yeah.
other type of people that live there. So
Right.
we kind of like when you can't, they don't let you separate the culture just because you understand the difference. So it's like everything falls under rap. So if it's getting a bad rap right now, everything in the culture suffers from that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's like when it was a positive era, when you had the Native Tongues and the Queen Latifah. When they was doing that,
Poor
it
Right
made
Chief.
it made the culture look good as a whole.
Yeah.
Even though you still had people doing gangster rap and all that. Still,
Ice-T,
yeah, it was
NWA
still
was still
people
back-
making
Yeah.
negative music, but the majority rules in this culture. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put the face of the culture based on the main wave. Like right now, there's a lot of drill music. And negative rap, rather be killing and drug
Disrespecting
using.
women,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
But all that always existed in the music. It's just what's being whatever
out there.
the media want to highlight is the tone that we going with. You get what I'm saying? So
So in that business, what has been your toughest challenge or your toughest obstacle being a CEO, being an artist, and still trying to maintain at a long period of time? Because some people give up because they're not getting the accolades, they're not getting the
now I think for me it's just what I had to learn the hard way, and I mean hard, was their word. Like in this music business, your word is not bond.
Mhm.
Like that's just the truth.
Yeah.
So it's like, and people that value their word, they kind of distance themselves from everybody because they value their word, like they mean what they say. But people able to fraternize and be amongst each other because they lie to each other all day. Yo, I got you, I'm gonna hit you. Send that through. You know what I'm saying? With no real intent. And I didn't understand that because I come from, you say you're gonna
Say
do
mean it,
something,
mean
you
to
do
say
it.
say.
I don't
Yeah.
really know that part of the game yet. So it's like, so now it's making me be more of a no to the things that I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you don't hear no as often
Yeah.
in the business. If you notice that, like people hardly tell you no.
I'll get back at you.
Yeah, they
saying no, but it's like
yeah, no,
it
they
gives
don't
you that-
say no, but what happens with that is it holds you captive when you don't get no. I tell people
Yeah.
a no is the best answer you can get in the music business because it means I'm not gonna bullshit you. You know, sometimes you may run into somebody who you feel is capable of helping you, and they probably are, but they don't have the time or they don't see the need to want to help you in particular, so they tell you no. But then it goes back to what I was saying earlier. You meet somebody and they send you the false hope that they can help you, and you kind of maybe
waiting.
know who they are, and you're like,
Right,
oh yeah,
right.
I've seen him work or I've seen her work. So you thinking like, oh, this is it. Meanwhile, they're stringing you along, and now they drop you back over on the side of the road with no results.
Right.
And it's like, damn, that's my challenge in the business. You know what I'm saying? And me being upright, like, you know, I'm a person, I like to do good business all across the board.
Right.
So when you're dealing with people that don't have that intent, you kind of end up with the short end of the stick. So you're learning now, you know, to make sure my business is 1st, and then we'll deal with whatever you trying to do next. You know what I'm saying? But
when you structure an album, I mean, I'm old school, like, and what I've been following with you is from the Big Daddy Kanes to the Rakims to the LLs. Everyone who had an album, even EPMD or back in the late, everybody had one song. We're gonna have 12 hits, or one song for just the ladies. And I see that you do that instead of just having a song. I'm in the club humping. You actually be having, songs for the women. Was that something, a project you do? Or just like, you know what? I owe that for the ladies. When you put the album together.
Women buy.
I mean, they do, but
I honestly,
but he really puts
like
the album together, and I'd be like, you really want to make me listen to music, not because I just know you, but like you said, you rap your age, and it's more of and especially when you talk to a girl, you may be like, damn, I want to go holler at her, flying right quick.
Right.
Nah, I think it's always. I've noticed that I've got a lot of unbiased support from like women throughout my career. Like they, they see my grind, they respect what I'm doing, and it's not even like no hot throb godly stuff. It's just I like him as a person, maybe even as a father, because once again, when a woman sees that, that could be also attractive or a plus as well. So it's like I respect him as a father, so I want to see him win. You see what I'm saying? So I always just try to be mindful that they do exist and they do support me, and I make sure I try to drop something to kind of entertain that part of what I got going on. Even though, they want me to rap more about the streets and stuff like that. But I'm like,
who's they?
The streets is the one who rap about the streets.
I had to throw it in there. I had to throw it in there. Who's they?
The streets want me to be in the streets. And I'm like, I'm so like removed from it at this stage of my life. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying?
You
and
grew up.
Yeah, but not just that. It's like even before growing up, it's like you just start to shy away from that because you realize you see the trick bag that comes with that.
Well, that's part of growing up.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But I'm saying like people don't. It's like you do that, and that comes back to haunt you later in that sense. So it's like I could rap about that stuff all day, but it puts a certain light on you that I don't want that light. And people don't understand that. Like even people closest to me, they're like, yo, you gotta talk that shit. I'm like,
did you get rid of them?
The people?
Yeah, the people that speak like that, that think like that.
I mean, I don't
put them in their lane.
No. So I'm gonna tell you something. I had to tell my brother this other day. People, like you go amongst people. People don't come amongst you. When you think about that.
Okay.
So when you say you want to stay away, that's the easy fix all the time. When you think about it, you just you just don't deal with that. Right. I don't deal with it, so that's why I'm like I don't have to get rid of them because I just don't deal with it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't because that's why I'm like I go amongst. Like I pick and choose the energy I want to welcome. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So when I don't have time for that, I don't.
Well, that's what I.
But like I said, I'm home. I'm like I'd rather be home with my kids. So it's really that's my fix to everything.
I get it.
Like nobody could come around my kids and cause mischief and So I just stay.
How many kids you have? Children?
I have 4.
4. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Man, so that's like 4. We know what's we do.
I got a newborn.
No.
Yeah.
I know you had a newborn.
A 1-year-old, yeah. My daughter.
Okay. Back to back. Go ahead. You said newborn and a 1-year-old.
No. Well, newborn, that's
newborn,
what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
In the same, they fit. The 1-year-old and the newborn is the same person.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Then they jump. My next one is 12. Then my next one is 22. And then my oldest daughter is 24, about to be 25 next month.
Very good.
Yeah. See, we got grown ones out here.
Yeah.
I see why you rap your age.
Yeah.
But coming up, man, like out of the artists you dealt with, like we said, Mano Fred, the Godson, Dave East. Who do you keep in contact with them? Who was like the best you worked with? That was
the irony of that is the only one that I actually walked away from with like a friendship was Fred. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Fred, the Godson.
So what happened with that was, and I think we developed a friendship because I didn't work with him first. I worked with his daughter. So I had a song called "Why Not Me," and I needed a little girl to play the little girl in the video.
That's That's
his daughter. So I ended up meeting his daughter, and then we was driving from one scene to the next, and I was playing my music in the car. So he was like, "Nah, he's like, I ain't even gonna front, like, you nice." He's like, and I ain't saying you nice. He said, cause I could have just listened and kept my mouth shut. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool. But he was like, nah, I know you know what I'm saying? So once again, like I said, we didn't rush to make a record because I don't do records solely based off that. Like, oh, you hot, let's do something. It's like I like to feel what's gonna happen. So I end up coming with a record called Millie by the Summer. And I'm like, I think Fred would be great for this. So I sent it to him, and he didn't send it back right away. He's like, yo, I want you to come to the studio so I could record it for you. So he wrote it right there in the studio, recorded it, went back, and we shot the video, and then we caught a vibe off of it. So when we shot the video, I did a bunch of we did a photo shoot too. So I sent one of the pictures to my little brother that's up north, and he had somebody recreate the picture, like he drew it over. So I thought it was a dope picture. I took a picture of it, I sent it to Fred. And ironically, he was like, damn, this is dope. He's like, what you got going on? I'm like, trying to figure it out. So he said, yo, call me. I got on a call with him. He was like, yo, let's do an EP together. So I'm like, I bet. We started doing a project. COVID hit. My boy passed away. Yeah. So the record that we got was the record that he sent me maybe like a week before he went in the hospital. So I ended up shooting the video. I ended up having to do a cartoon.
The animation.
Yeah, the animation. And then what was dope about the animation was at the end of the video, mind you, I shot the video. I had the video done already. Right. But they gave him a street named after him in the Bronx. So I went down for the revealing, and then I was thinking, I'm like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I had dude recreate the structure of the building, and we added that to the end of the video. But we added the video like me and him standing underneath the street sign. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was a dope thing. But he was the person who, you know, that I felt like was genuine as far as assisting me from where I was coming from, opposed to just looking at it like a money play. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, you know, I understand it's business. Like you do the feature. You know, the bag. And you go about your separate ways. And I'm not into forcing relationships with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like business or not, is like, you know, I may book you for an event, and after I pay you, it's like, you know, good luck, travel safe. Like I don't look for. I'm not big on that anyway. Like I'm cool on just friends. Like if we have something organically, then I can move off that. But I'm not like, what you doing tonight? Like I ain't with that.
So coming up, you're as 50th, you know, is passing us. Hopefully that you'll be in the next 100. You feel what I'm saying? Plan, give me your top 5, your Mount Rushmore. I already know one who's gonna be on there. I already know one.
Damn, you said top. Well,
you know Mount Rushmore. I got 5. Yeah, Mount 5.
It's 4 on Mount Rushmore.
The 4.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody was at 5.
Yeah, I would have to go. I like Nas as my favorite rapper.
Nas, yeah.
Yeah, I like Nas for just the diversity and the way he approached music. What made me a Nas fan, though, like, I wasn't the immediate Nas fan, like, when he dropped Illmatic, because I never was, like, a Monkey See, Monkey Do person with anything. But, when he dropped It Was Written, he dropped a song called Street Dreams, right? The song came out at the time, you know, we knee deep in the streets. It seemed like sound like the theme music of what we was doing. But then he also I always was conscious. I never was like out here just lost. You know what I'm saying? Then he dropped a remix to Street Dreams with R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, yeah.
And the duality of both of those songs really struck a chord with me. And I love that because it is a duality. Like he's on the original, he's saying street dreams are made of these, a drug dealer's destiny is reaching the keys. Everybody here looking for something. On the remix, he's saying, street dream ain't nothing out there for you. You see what I'm saying? So same song, remixed it, giving you the yin and yang to what you're doing. I just thought that was clever as an artist, and from that point on, I just reserved that spot for him because nobody else gave me that. You see what I'm saying? Biggie, not because he's the great and whatever, you know, everybody look at him as today.
I keep going back to Biggie thinking he's the great. It was greats before him.
No.
It's what he is.
No. It's
as an artist. Listen
I just thought I thought it out there.
No, that's why it's always about what you think. That's why they give you the privilege. But I'm saying why he was what he was to me, or what he is to me, was he had a friend named Tucker Love from Brooklyn, and he used to come upstate to Poughkeepsie. His cousins was my friends, so I remember he came in the house one day. Oh shoot! And he gave us
Sugar.
a Maxim. Oh, he gave us a Maxim tape that had Biggie Smalls on it. He was like, "Yeah, this is my man, like from Brooklyn. He rap, da da da." So
Right.
I heard "Ready to Die" before the world heard "Ready to Die," and I was a fan from that point on.
Gotcha.
So once I start seeing it materialize, and I'm seeing his growth and development, naturally I'm a fan of this because I
You
feel a
seen it.
part of it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah, so that's why he's get that spot for me.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's more of a personal.
I
Like I don't name them just because they
Oh,
fit the mold.
I'm just asked the question, okay? Because I'm sure somebody else was saying the same thing. You know? What
Oh,
I
no,
mean?
no.
That's all. So I'm
you-
asking for the person.
But a lot of time it's really like the era and the influence. Cause you ask somebody today, they're gonna name Dirk, they're gonna name Little Baby. They're not gonna. They never heard Biggie. They wasn't there for that. So you gotta understand.
No, I do.
The disconnect is not a disconnect. It's like it's the influence of
What's
who's
in the
influencing you.
environment, right?
Yeah. So next I would say,
That's two, right?
I would go Pac, right?
Okay.
okay.
Now the irony of that is I grew up Biggie. But I'm an unbiased person, I'm a conscious person.
Okay.
So when Tupac got shot, I was like, yeah, that's what he get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord.
No. Hear me out.
No.
When he got shot,
That's how we thought.
that's when he got shot.
But not when he.
Which time? Okay.
this
Not when he got shot at the studio.
Yeah. No, not the studio.
studio?
No,
Okay.
'cause I
the
didn't know.
last one you mean?
Yeah.
At the Vegas.
In September.
Because he got shot before he died.
Yeah.
in Vegas.
So when he got, because this is during the beef.
Mm-hmm.
So when he may hit him up, you know, people in the hood, they sent it to me like, yeah, he talking about your man. Because I'm running around Coogee sweaters, Versace shades. I'm biggied out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm bad boy all the way. You know what I'm saying? So when he's dissing them, I'm taking offense to that. At that time, I'm still mature. I'm still immature enough to make that my problem. Not knowing what I know now, I wouldn't even dare entertain
Right.
nothing
Exactly.
like that now.
Exactly.
So when he gets shot, I'm thinking like, yeah, that's good for him. He dies, and now I'm like, my consciousness kicking. I'm like, oh shit, like he ain't do nothing to me. Like that's not good for him.
Exactly.
I don't know if Biggie and them responsible for it or not. I just
Right.
don't like that it was another black man that got killed.
Exactly.
So what I ended up doing was I unbiased. Now mind you, I was a Tupac fan of like the Dead Mama, Keep Your Heads Up, those commercial records. I like those records, but once he started beefing with Biggie, I disregarded all that. Like I'm not supporting you at all.
Okay.
So what I did was I went to the tape store in Poughkeepsie on Academy Street. I think it was Record City.
Record
or
City.
something like that. Yeah.
Record City.
So I go to Record City and I say I want everything Tupac put out. Give me everything he got. I want his soundtracks, everything.
Right.
And I took the time out to actually listen to Tupac.
Got you.
And from that point on,
Mm-hmm.
I just like, oh, this guy still to this day. Like I was listening to Machiavelli maybe a week or two ago, just on my own time, just wanted to hear the project. And I'm like, yo, this guy was really incredible, like on all levels.
Yes.
So he's reserved that spot for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not just a matter of picking them because everybody they name drop.
Yeah.
I connect them to me in a real way. So I would have to put Jay-Z.
4.
Yeah. And it's really not order.
Not in order. Yeah.
Nas is number one though.
No,
Let me.
we
yeah.
at the 4.
I would.
More.
Nas is number one, and then everybody else could
No, I
get in
get
where they
it.
fit in. But that's I really like Nas is my top artist.
Okay,
Period.
got you.
Jay-Z, reason being is outside of the music, because people growing up like based on the type of kid I was and lifestyle, people would assume that would have been my favorite rapper, but Nas was my favorite rapper, right? But what I admire about Jay-Z was I witnessed the greatness,
He do outside of me.
and I
What you
believe,
do behind the scenes?
yeah, I believe it's the music play a huge
But that
part.
too, yeah.
Yes.
But it's really like I've been got off the music wagon. It's
Right,
like, yo, this
right.
guy's really he's doing some phenomenal things, and to have witnessed what he's has endured.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? As
yeah.
an artist, I'm like, not. And it's funny. Somebody created a post the other day, and it was like, when was Jay-Z ever the greatest? Because and they name each year his career how somebody else was
beat
actually
him.
the man. Like it was their time. Like they was at the top of the game.
Right, uh-huh.
And I'm like, that was dope that they pointed that out. But I said that made me love him more because that mean because all those guys only had that window of greatness. He survived every era of their greatness and still doing it. So I'm like, okay, that's why he's the GOAT even more now. Thanks for pointing that out. Even though it was supposed to be a shot. Yeah, but it was really something that exposed like, like he was hot when Nas was hot. You know what I'm saying? He was hot when Tupac was here, when Biggie was here, when 50 Cent caught his way, when Nelly was hot, when Eminem was hot, so forth and so on. He survived all that. He's still here. So it's like, still not that really makes him the GOAT by default. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even opinion. Even when Wayne caught his run, he was still there and he's still here. So it's like, no matter who had their moment, he still maintained.
East Coast, West Coast.
You see what I'm saying?
Been here.
It's behind the scenes. It's the business. So that's why, you got to learn the business.
And as an entrepreneur, naturally, you got to take to that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then Kanye West, man. I like Kanye.
Yeah, I love Kanye.
I know he's been.
I like the old Kanye. I like when he's in college. Going. It's like 8 of them.
No. I like.
That's my dude though.
I like Kanye West for when he came into the game and what he dared to do different.
Yeah.
Because he came at a time,
I like a
really
rawness.
think about it.
It's raw.
Yeah, his unapologetic, like that's
what I love about him.
It's like a gift and a curse.
Yeah,
honestly, it's what you actually love about him is that
it's real.
It's just that when he hit on points that you uncomfortable with, you like, I don't know. But that's him. But that's why you actually like him in the first place. Right. Rather you heard it through the music, rather you heard it through him making the stance of talking about, George Bush don't love black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so but that's still the same person that says, slavery was a choice. He has a strong opinion, and just like our loved ones, you gotta know like they ain't gonna always hit on the mark. So it's like that's how you feel. Right. Ain't how I feel, but I don't gotta not like you because you feel away. You know what I'm saying? But
what's the next plan for Final Score Entertainment?
Securing a distribution deal with a major company. I'm gonna put that in the universe because it's time to make that happen.
That's what's up. It's your time.
We owe that to ourselves just off the years and years of hard work and commitment, dedication. I think it's time that they give us our just due.
I think it's in due time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like
not now.
Now time. It's here. I mean, it's here. It's just right now. Just right now. Just people, it's not. They're not seeing it, but people are seeing it.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I definitely appreciate your love, your support. Not just for the Rock and Snap, but for Snap Judgment, because what I'm saying, we come from the bottom, bro. When we didn't have nothing. Now that we're still here as we talked about our age.
Yeah,
people say, he's still out here? Yeah, I'm still out here. Like, where am I supposed to go? Ain't no time limit until God wake me up, bro. Like, I'm going to shine. It's always going to be me. There's no time for success. Success has no age at it.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's what we go wrong at, too. We think that. We think, like, if you ain't do it by now, it's like,
you ain't going to get it.
Man, if I'm rich tomorrow,
if I ain't gonna get it,
I'm enjoy the rest of my life.
If not, I'm going to get it for me so I can pass it down to my people so they ain't got to struggle like I did.
That's what people don't understand.
It's the same for me.
When you're looking for it for yourself, then you can age out.
Yeah.
But when you want to do it for a greater purpose, if I do it the last day I'm alive and say, okay, y'all set up, I can go now.
I can go.
You know what I'm
saying?
I
appreciate it.
Shout out to my grandson. I just had a grandson. Too.
Oh man, congrats! Oh, grandpa, you definitely rapping your age, Pop. You know what I mean? You definitely rapping your age, man.
Listen, my son 22. I had my son at 22. He had his first son at 22.
God bless him, my nigga.
Wow.
I think we on to something.
They say life in pieces of it.
God bless. So how can people reach you if they want to get in contact, feature, should even get on the label? How can they get in contact with you?
Right now I'm taking a social media hiatus, but
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Still inbox me at Tito Montana. Well, _Tito Montana. That's pretty much it. Like Instagram is the fastest way to connect.
Gotcha.
Videos on YouTube.
Yes.
Please go look at the videos. Like I said, we're gonna feature some of them during the show. So we're gonna see some of them. You feel what I'm saying? If they're not copyrighted, because he's big time now, so they might just shut us down. You know what I mean? But but I appreciate you, man. Like I said, man, keep doing what you're doing. You're one of the reasons why I want to listen back to the radio. I'm tired of listening to my same songs all the time, but because of what your product that you're putting out, man, keep doing that. Keep doing your thing, man.
I'm on it, man.
You know what I mean? But listen, until next week, like I said, this is our final season together.
Yes, it is.
So I'm glad that you came for final season. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Next episode's coming in. I want to thank to all the high schools out there. Started the football season. My son, Norcross, we're 1-0 right now. We was in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium last night. We defeated 45 to 15. So we're on our way to hopefully a state championship. But for all those athletes out there who's getting ready for the season, it's that time. Buckle up. College is almost on its way. But for Thurst Thoughts, one thing I want to let y'all know is life isn't about what you have or what you got. It's about who you are and what you can be. Remember, love, accept, and trust is about life. So attack life while it's in the state that it's in right now and take advantage of everything that's going to be brought to you.
Well, you know what? This is Being Beautiful Me. Stay that way. Change the way you think. You change your world. This is Rock and Snap Live. We see you next time.
What up? What? You know what it is, baby.
The coke cheaper, the flow ether. Feel like Broadway 9-7 coming out the speaker. Talking blue jeans, scheme type of drug money. Cross the street from City College, these ran a plug from me. Chinese spot, waiting on Poppy. 4 wings, whole thing, about to cook it and chop it. Quick stop to the baggy spot, right by the Iron Horse. Then put Suge in a cab and send her up north. Oh, what a feeling when it touched down. Pull up on a block, free samples of that bust down. Fiend says a 9, maybe 10, but it's the best thing smoke. I hop out, you break fast or get your egg cracked open. Nigga, MD simply did it the best. Talk slick behind my back and get you one in your chest. Don't at me where you at, niggas at your address. Pillowcase over your face, just a muffle the mess. It's Tito, the Michael Jordan rocker, iceberg wearer. Guess jeans with the pin pockets don't compare us. I've been getting to it, taking L's, blowing through them. No Espanol, that money talk speaking fluent. Me and Jim been chasing bags since the Jan Sport. Brooklyn nigga Frank and Nav, fuck your little man thought. Home of the booster, my first hustle was shoplifting. 100 grand for the 10, you know the boy cop different.
Tito. Getting drug money, let the red hate. Put a bag on them, that's a death day. Turn this 50 to 100 on my next play. Yeah, them buzz down rollies on the next day. Yeah, who want them bites? Tito, what's up, nigga? Yeah, who want them bites? BX, come and try. Got a bunch of lines, they be loving mine. Got a bunch of lines, they be loving mine. I knew a plug that used to love listening to Tito Puente. I used to pull up on Poppy like Nita Bente. Now I pull up on this block in a 2-seater Bentley. You know, bust down the rollie, that's a Presidente. When it come to Spanish Harlem, nigga, I'm a patriot. I was cooking in the kitchens, boy, without an apron. You know, mixing up them chickens with that soda bacon. Hustler, if my custody was a pig, I would've sold them bacon. Shit, all white ears and my Yankee fitted. Back in 98, I sold Ye when the Yankees did it. Now when the coke is getting stepped on like a stampede. Shit, put your coke on the plate and let the grams breathe. All these fumes have me feeling like I can't breathe. 12-hour shifts in the trap and you can't leave. We started getting 100 off a stack. I was a bad little nigga, always running off with the pack. Till I got a little bigger, start running up with the Mac. Where I'm from, every summer, you know someone was getting clapped. I could talk about it all now. Dripping in that off-white, mixing up that soft white so bitches see them Porsche lights. Yeah, getting drug money, let the red hate. Put a bag on them, that's a death day. Turn this 50 to 100 on my next play. Yeah, them buzz down rollies on the next day. Yeah, who want them bites? I'm coming try. Yeah, who want them bites? I'm coming try. Got a bunch of lines, they be loving mine. Got a bunch of lines, they be loving mine.